Hello, Earth signs. How are you? This is your new moon reading for the Earth sign element, and we are going to be looking into a general read for the new moon in Gemini that's happening, and what does that mean for Earth for the Earth element. And then we're going to be looking into the Moonology Oracle cards and also the Animal Spirit Oracle cards. And I pulled a card each for each sign individual and what this message means for that particular sign. So this is for Taurus, Virgos, and Capricorns. Okay? So at the basis of the deck, we have the journey. The journey. Okay? I would definitely suggest for anybody who's watching this, when you get some time, I know it's a lengthy reading, but definitely go back and look at that collective new moon reading, because this is a continuation of this when we're going into a little bit more detail for the element, and then break it down to the sign. Okay, so at the basis of everything, what the new moon is trying to tell you, what the new moon is pushing you towards, is a journey. We're going to go ahead and read this out of the book. Journey, experience, character, the past, cause and effect, consequence, conditioning, environment, external influences, providence. Key phrases: you are created by your experiences. Your character is shaped by your past. How does your past influence you? Are you reliving your past in the present? Smile over the good and make peace with the bad. Choose quality experiences. Act with reason and purpose. Avoid involvement in unwanted conflict. Create happy memories. Learn from your journey. Don't make your truths a prison. This day is yours to shape. And so we're going to go into the meaning of this. The Journey card represents the first of the 8 influence cards. Your life journey, your past, is made up of choices, experiences, and moments that have shaped and created the person you are in the present. You are the sum total of all that you have experienced, and your journey and the person it has manifested plays a foundational role in every choice and decision you make. Your journey has influenced your personality and character. You have been shaped by your successes and failures, triumphs and mistakes, heartbreaks and healing, the moments you have been alone and the moments you have shared with others. Your journey has shaped your likes and dislikes, your biases, your beliefs, and has governed all action. If you look back at your life, you will see that you have moved through from one moment and experience to the next. You have faced obstacles and overcame them. You have had moments that you have brought you and you have had moments that have brought you so low you did not believe that you could continue to live. You have had your heart broken and believed it would never heal, but it did. And once it healed, you then traveled forward to the next moment forever changed. The choices you made from that point onwards were influenced by what the past taught you. You have also experienced times of intense joy and bliss, where the moment has been perfect. You have loved with every fiber of your being and laughed until you cried. These moments have also had their influence, for they have made you lighter in spirit and moved you forward. The Journey card represents the life you have led and will lead, and how it has shaped you, changed you, created you, and influenced every choice you have ever made and will make, and every experience you have ever had and will ever have. Beautiful. So this is about, for the earth signs, your journey that you have taken has understanding the shadow and the light of it, and bringing that understanding forward to push forward into this new cycle. You are doing this beautifully. I will say this. You are doing this beautifully. This is the base of it. Now we're gonna look more into the rest, okay? And this is kind of what the new moon is telling you to finish finish that rounding. So make more peace with the dark side. There's still pieces that you need to make peace with. So we have the Four of Water here. Okay, the Four of Water. All right. So the Four of Water. Confidence, awareness, self-acceptance, forgiving, self-belief, deserving, receptive, and consequences. Key phrases. You are beautiful. Be aware of weaknesses, but focus on strengths. Mistake is an opportunity to learn. Let go of the ideal of perfection. Love yourself for who you are. Happiness at another's expense. The emotional cost of your actions. So the meaning. The Four of Water stands before you with quiet confidence and awareness. Despite his scarred appearance, he sees only beauty when he looks at his reflection. A gentle smile curves his lips as he regards himself with kindness and understanding. He has many weaknesses and during his lifetime has made many mistakes, and yet he chooses to see the lessons he has learnt and forgive himself, instead of holding on to feelings of shame, regret, and guilt. Every scar makes him more beautiful, and every mistake presents him the opportunity to learn, to grow, and to become wiser. Like all of us, he has many strengths to balance out his weaknesses, and it is these strengths on which he chooses to focus. He believes he is deserving of both love and happiness, and even when life offers an experience that scars, he refuses to allow hurt or disappointment to erode his self-belief or close his heart. This does not mean that he is blind to his flaws. Rather, he accepts them for what they are, parts of a whole that is imperfect and perfect at the same time. The Four of Water arrives in your reading to ask whether you look at yourself with less love than you should. Do you see only your flaws and imperfections and feel as if you should apologize for having them? Instead, seeing them as something that gives you depth and character. Those flaws and scars and imperfections are aspects of your nature that make you truly beautiful. You would shine like the sun if you would accept them and forgive them and allow them to simply be a part of who you are. It is time to let go of the idea that to be perfect is to be without flaw. Stop looking for the perfect relationship, the perfect idea or creation, the perfect career or the perfect opportunity. Every relationship, every idea or creation, every career path, and every opportunity has flaws, imperfections, and the potential to fail or go awry. Realize that perfection is a paradoxical state that exists only when there is peaceful acceptance and unconditional love for those scars, weaknesses, and flaws. Perfection is only achieved in seeing, accepting, and loving the flaws, knowing that they are an undeniable, necessary part of the beautiful, magical whole. The Four of Water comes to ask that you release any feelings of inadequacy or discomfort. You are, in this moment, everything you are meant to be, and so much more. Love yourself without condition. Beautiful, beautiful. Take that journey, right? Accepting that shadow side and placing it and understanding that it's not a shadow side, right? It's not a shadow side. It's a you side. It's a side of you, right? Okay. So now what we're going to look into is the recent past, and that's the Three of Water. I'm trying to get it here, but my light keeps... There we go. This is a very light color card. Okay. Three of Water. And this is in your recent past energy. Satisfaction, pleasure, joy, hopefulness, anticipation, attachment, expectation, and disappointment. Key phrases. Celebrate your victories. Take satisfaction from your endeavors. Look to the future with anticipation. Your success will continue. A rewarding outcome. An exciting future. Free yourself of unrealistic expectations. Allow the outcome to manifest freely. Meaning, the Three of Water represents satisfaction and indicates that you have come to a time to rejoice in life in your success. She stands tall and confident with arms raised in victorious celebration. She has invested greatly in her creative endeavors and is well satisfied with her progress and accomplishments so far. She is positive and hopeful that her success will continue, and so she turns to greet the future with anticipation and excitement. This card is a positive affirmation and symbolizes the joyous potential for a rewarding outcome. It also signifies the importance of taking time to appreciate, celebrate, and enjoy yourself along the way. Look back and be proud of what you have accomplished. Do a little victory dance before turning once more to the future with a heart full of hope and a smile upon your lips. It is important to allow yourself these moments of joy and celebration and to remember them. Beautiful, beautiful. So I'm seeing that something has definitely popped up. It's almost like you have made a success in the past, and you're understanding that success in life, in the physical world, if you're using success in the physical world, and what I mean is something that you're really proud of that you do as a human being. If you're using that to kind of fill up something that's in the spirit, like insecurity or something, you're forever going to be filling that up. If you're doing that to hide something, if you're doing that to hide a piece of yourself, you're going to be forever needing something new to hide it. Wounds need new bandages. You have to heal the wound. And then guess what? You won't need any bandages. Isn't that beautiful? So, that was in your recent past. Now we get into your current, and this is the Hero, and this is a major arcana. Okay? So we're getting into the Hero card. And just so you know, this is the number 12. Let's see what the Hero has to say. Major arcana. Oh, this isn't a major arcana. This is part of the fire. Okay. So this is a fire. This is a brand new deck. The universe has told me to use this. It was calling out for this new moon reading, and I was going to use a deck that I have been using. But you know what? We're in a new cycle, new deck. I love this deck, and I love reading the meanings out of the book. So we're learning it together as a community. 12 of Fire, the Hero. And also, hold on one second. I think that this is, yep, okay. So this is represented in the traditional tarot deck as a Knight of Wands. So this is a message coming in of some kind. So this is a universal message. He's coming in as this is a spirit guide coming as this is your message, okay? Guardian, protector, savior, activist, honorable, integral, selfless, and honest. Key phrases: a person of noble qualities, ordinary people who do extraordinary acts, a person who lies, cannot be trusted. Put another's well-being before your own at this time. Accord others with respect and dignity. Avoid gossip. An opportunity for redemption. Give a second chance. Altruism or wounded ego. Meaning, the hero represents someone we all admire for their noble qualities, their courage, and willingness to champion and rescue the weak and vulnerable. In the past, the hero would ride in and save a village from thieves and villains, rescue damsels in distress, and battle against injustice. In the present, they are doctors who work to save lives in lands ravaged by war and disease. They are environmentalists who place themselves in harm's way in order to save the forests, the oceans, and the animals that dwell within. They are the soldiers, the firemen, the paramedics, and police, all of them ordinary people who serve and protect and often put their own lives at risk in order to save the lives of others. The hero could be the mother who jumps out of a burning building in order to save her child's life, the man who dives in front of a car in order to knock another person out of the way, or the man who risks drowning himself to rescue another from rushing floodwaters. In modern times, the hero is a guardian, protector, savior, activist, environmentalist, and so much more. They serve without question. They serve for little or no reward. They serve simply because it is the right and honorable thing to do. They are ordinary people who perform extraordinary feats. In the past, the hero was often said to be fated to do his good deed. In the present, modern day heroes make a choice to serve. But there is also a modern day chivalry code that can, if we all choose to live by it, make heroes of us all, because we consciously choose to live by an honor code in a time when honor is often lacking. Those who live by the code are honest. A person who lies is a person who cannot be trusted. And if a person cannot be trusted, how can they be esteemed? Those who live by the code are loyal, and that loyalty will not waver even in times when it may not be deserved. They are courteous and respectful. The modern day hero who lives by the code knows that all lasting relationships are built upon foundations of honesty, trust, respect, and loyalty. They are men who honor and respect women, not because they deem them to be weak, but because they are partners, helpmates, life bringers, and nurturers. He is there to protect the one who nurtures. To harm a woman, or worse, a child, is the worst crime he can commit. They are women who honor and respect men, not because they are subservient, but because they are equals, helpmates, providers, and protectors. She is the one who nurtures. To seek to make him less or like her is to go against nature itself. They are just and will fight for justice. Justice are in conflict. Those who live by the hero's code will fight to defend those who cannot defend themselves, even if that means breaking the laws of the land. They do not delight in the pain and suffering of others. They refuse to partake in gossip or rumors because to do so is to hurt oneself as much as it hurts another. Modern day heroes believe in love, commitment, honor, justice, integrity, forgiveness, honest, respect, and service. These are the core values that inspire them to serve the greater good and to act in a selfless manner. They strive to be the very best they can be for the good of humanity, but remain humble because they do not act in order to gain favor or standing. They also understand that no one is perfect. They are not perfect. They have made mistakes and will make more mistakes. This is why they will also show mercy and give others a second chance and the opportunity to find redemption. When the hero appears in your reading, you are being asked to embrace the code, to act selflessly for the greater good. It is time to be the best person you can be, to resist pettiness and behavior that makes you less than you could be. We cannot all perform heroic feats, nor are we all meant to. However, we can choose to hold ourselves to a higher standard and treat all those who we meet with dignity, kindness, and compassion. Wow, that is really beautiful. Okay, so what you're getting off of that in the modern day, and this is what I'm getting. This is all energy that you need to do self-work. This is kind of like a self-love journey that's going on. Because what I'm feeling is for the earth sign energy as a whole, this is something that you already do for the people around you. You're being asked to do that to yourself. You're being asked to accept yourself. You're being asked to be your own hero to yourself. Because we talk about heroes, but we never talk about who's the hero to the hero. Who's the role model to the role model. This is the earth sign energy of you're already in kind of a role model. You already have people looking up to you, which is probably why you have all that pressure on you to be a perfectionist, because you have so many people looking at you. But Who is going to be your role model? It's kind of like you went so heroic that people kind of feel like you're a little invincible. So they don't really check up on you the way that you would them, because they think that you're doing okay. They don't really know what you're going through. And that's fine if you want to keep it that way. But that also means you need to be your own hero. You need to take some time to yourself. This journey is kind of like hermit energy in the regular tarot deck, which is, I mean, it makes sense why it would come up for earth sign, because hermit energy is Virgo energy. But that hermit energy is going within and taking some time to themselves. You need a little bit of a break. That's what I'm feeling. You need a little bit of a break from being the hero. And you need to kind of go within and be your own hero for a little bit. And that's something that people need. Leaders need that in communities. People that have people looking up to them, they need that. Because if you don't have that, you are going to go crazy. So, here we go in the near future. We have the Nine of Fire. Nine of Fire. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at what he's saying. Attainment, fruition, inspiration, creation, ease, simplicity, detachment, restrictions. Key phrases. Move through life with confidence. A time of fruition and attainment. Knowledge and experience bring ease. Do not speak praise or affirmation. Give your best every time. Once you have finished, move on. Simplify your life. Remove obstruction and restrictions. Meaning, the Nine of Fire symbolizes attainment and the ease that comes with knowing what to do with the knowledge and practical skills earned through study, hard work, and dedication. It symbolizes fruition and putting knowledge and learning into practice. It is about having found and putting to use mental and physical processes that work for you. The process used is executed with ease, and as a result, you create or fulfill your role with the same ease. This is an affirming card that symbolizes moving through life with confidence. The person it illustrates does what they do well and without seeking glory or validation. They do not speak praise or affirmation. They perform the task before them and do it well, because they know and understand their craft. They do it to the best of their ability, because they have pride in what they do. And when a task is complete, they do not weigh it down with expectation. They detach and move on to the next task, because it too deserves all of their care and attention. This card also reminds us that ease is not necessarily about life being released. Oh, hold on. Yep, okay. Ease is not necessarily about life being easy, but about discovering that we can make a choice to not make life complicated. By keeping it simple, you move through your day with ease. Obstacles no longer cause hours of fear and fretting. Instead, you simply work to overcome them. You learn, you grow and experience, and then move on to the moment. When you are confident and have attained a certain level of knowledge and skill, you begin to move through life with more ease. You learn how to perform tasks in a manner that is less complicated for you. You begin to recognize what works for you and what does not. You attain a certain level of grounded and practical awareness that enables you to bring projects to fruition, and with the same amount of care but less effort. Beautiful. So that's what we're going into in the near future when you are coming out of this retrograde, Mercury retrograde. You're coming into a more fullness, okay? And then we're going to look into the ultimate result, which is intuition. And that's coming in at number 22. I think in the regular tarot deck, that's usually the World card. Because there's 22. So it's usually the World card. But we're going to see what it means in this deck, okay? Intuition. So, keywords. Guess what? Intuition. Signs, patterns, synchronicities, trust, mystery, magic. Key phrases. Intuition is your sixth sense. The voice of your unconscious mind. Heed your intuitive feelings. Intuitive skill born of practice. Pick the option that feels right. Strengthen your intuition. Tap into your other senses. Make your best guess. Be both intuitive and rational. Watch and observe. Intuition or bad past experiences. Seek a second opinion. So I can tell you right now, with you coming into a completion with your emotions, with this and with your self-love journey, you start to balance out that earthian energy along with that emotional, and that emotional is where your intuition lies. And so think about it this way. As an earth sign, you are going to have that dedication to your goals, and then you will also have your intuition to guide you towards what goals that you need to be achieving for your greater good. Awesome. Meaning. There are many words and phrases used to describe the subject of the sixth influence card, intuition. That funny feeling, an inkling, a sneaking suspicion, a hunch, a knowing, a feeling in one's bones, a gut feeling, a premonition, a present, and a foreboding. It is inexplicable. You cannot pinpoint why you feel or believe as you do. You just know it in your gut, and every fiber of your being demands that you listen. What is intuition? Intuition is your sixth sense. Intuition is a knowing or gut feeling that you experience without fully understanding the logic or reason behind the feeling. It might defy rational thought or explanation, but you want to trust it nonetheless. Intuition is a bridge between conscious and unconscious minds, between instinct and reason. It is your unconscious mind communicating with you. It can come to you in a flash of insight or feeling, or you can have an intuitive experience within a dream or daydream. It is also something quite often experienced during creative endeavors. In fact, most creative endeavors are better for being intuitive. Intuition is knowing that something needs to be done, not knowing why it needs to be done, but trusting and doing it anyway. Why? Because our intuition provides solutions. Have you ever walked into a room and instantly felt a certain vibe? Or met someone you were at ease with from the very first moment and felt like you have known them forever? Have you ever had that feeling that something is not right or too good to be true? Have you ever heard the phone ring and known before answering who it was? This is your intuition, your sixth sense at work. But how strong your intuitive abilities are is dependent upon how often you use them. Do you trust that gut feeling or knowing, or do you push it aside as illogical and irrational? To have a strong intuitive ability and to use it has nothing to do with paranormal or supernatural. Would it surprise you to know that there is a lot of legitimate research, including studies by the U.S. Navy, into how intuition works and how it can be strengthened to help in situations where intuitive thinking may save lives? Some of the greatest scientific discoveries have been in moments of intuitive insight. Archimedes, Isaac Newton, all followed their intuition. Einstein believed that intuition was of great value when it came to innovation and invention. It is very easy to dismiss the intuitive feelings and thoughts that come to us, but your sixth sense is no different from your other senses. It is there to be used, and incorporating it into your everyday life will only enhance it. I'm going to take a sip of my tea here. I'm just getting a little tongue-tied. I need a little bit of moisture. Okay, so since this card is a major arcana and is in the future tense for your ultimate result, we're going to also be looking at the future meaning of this card. It is time to learn how to strengthen your intuitive abilities in order to enhance your decisions and guide your actions in the future. When the intuition card appears in the future position, it signifies a need to observe, listen, and learn. Expand your mind and your experiences. The more you know, the more experiences that you have. The more sound your intuition will be. Although it may not seem glamorous, intuitive decisions are founded in knowledge and experience. The more practiced and knowledgeable you are, the less you have to think about a process. It becomes intuitive. For example, a skilled artisan has become so adept at their craft after decades of doing the same thing that they can make intuitive decisions regarding their work without any conscious thought or effort. To someone observing them, they would appear to just go with the flow, and in many situations, they are doing exactly that. They are trusting their gut, heeding intuition. However, their intuitive decisions, while being made unconsciously, are based on their decades of experience and the knowledge they have accrued over the years. Experience and knowledge strengthen your intuitive abilities. So does tapping into your other senses and treating life as the sensory experience that it is. Touch, taste, smell, hearing, and sight are taken for granted. However, if you were to take the time to listen more closely, to observe more, to feel and explore the sensations that touch inspires, and to taste not only your food, but life itself, how much more would you know and understand? The key to enhancing your intuitive ability could be through experiencing your other senses to a greater extent. One of the best and simplest ways to enhance your intuition is to do regular readings with an oracle or tarot and allow your intuition, your subconscious, to give you the answers you are seeking. It is also good to challenge yourself a little by making more intuitive decisions. Examine your decision making process. And if you are one for making slow, weighted decisions, you could try taking a little less time. Push yourself to spend less time weighing your decisions and just make them instead. Go with your gut. Defy logic. Be a little spontaneous and just make a guess. To strengthen your intuition, you do need to observe more, learn more, experience more, but sometimes you also have to think less. Beautiful. All right. So we're going to go ahead and look into the individual signs for the earth signs. And we're going to start with Taurus. So for the Taurus, we pulled out a card for Moonology. And this is a full moon in Leo. I want you guys to see that lion. Isn't it pretty? And it says, don't let pride get in your way. Okay. So remember here too that we're talking about accepting pieces of yourself. This is going to be very important because when you reach a level of self-love, you reflect it in the way that you treat others and you reflect it in your life. So with you wanting to be a perfectionist, with you wanting to kind of, with you having expectations of yourself, you have those same expectations of other people. People do not have less expectations of other people than what they have of themselves. So it's very important also because you are in that leadership role. You are somebody who has people looking up after you. And so this is going to be very important because this isn't just about you, it's about the people that are watching you also. You have a very big effect, Taurus, okay, and other earth signs too. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at this. This is a full moon in Leo. Don't let pride get in your way. Okay, here we go. Have you been letting your pride become an obstacle? Is the question you're asking based on your ego or is it from your heart? Leo energy is all about the heart. Think of the big-hearted king of the jungle, the lion. Its energy is magnificent, but when it's combined with the rush of the full moon, it can become over the top. This card may have come to you because you need to end a deadlock that has developed. More love and thoughts for the greater good are the solution to this dilemma. If you've not been doing as you would be done by lately, this is the time to find a balance between your own needs and the needs of the people around you. This will help all of your relationships. Attune to the moon. Be magnificent without being plain too much. Additional meanings for this card. Self-esteem is good. Vanity is not. Everyone is equally important. Creative urges should be followed. Work some magic. A friendship may be ending now. Alright. And then what we're going to be looking at is your animal spirit. And you got the unicorn. Aww. So we're going to look into the unicorn. I don't think in the reading I've done a unicorn, but I was looking into the last one that I just filmed, and then I saw when I was flipping through the book, I saw the unicorn, and I was like, "What? I had no idea that there was a unicorn in here." And then it pops up for you. It actually popped out when I was shuffling the deck. It like jumped out for you, Taurus. Yours got jumped out, and then also Virgo's got jumped out, the elephant. But we're gonna work on the unicorn. So the unicorn, reconnecting to higher wisdom or divinity. It's difficult to see, hear, or think of a unicorn without immediately questioning if it's real. Did they ever exist? Perhaps long ago. The mind answers maybe, or it could be, or no way. This very contemplation explains our relationship with divinity and encapsulates our wavering belief in the unicorn. We wonder what divinity is. We wonder where our intuition comes from and if we can really trust it. We think about a higher power and our mind hesitates between yes, no, and maybe. Is it male or female? Does it have a name? Is it just a feeling? The unicorn card appears and wakes us up to curiosity about the higher self and the divine. It is a card of questioning, exploring, and contemplating the inexplicable. The mind's eye knows there is something beyond our day-to-day lives, a deeper dimension to our experiences. The mind's eye reaches and reaches and reaches out to grasp something more. You are the unicorn, and you have begun your quest for the answers. The unicorn in the sixth chakra. It's no, you notice, okay, the number six, that the sixth sense, the number six is coming really strong for you, Taurus. So when you're looking at synchronicities, and you're probably seeing a lot of sixes. Let me see here. Sixes, yeah. So you're probably seeing lots of sixes, threes, and nines. That's what I'm feeling off of this. It's no surprise the subtle essence of the unicorn card resides at the third eye, the exact place from which the unicorn's horn extends. This center is called the Ajna chakra, or command center. The ancient yogis believed it to be responsible for our intellect, intuition, and deepest wisdom. Some say our two eyes see the past and the present, while this third eye peers into the future. And that's connecting with your intuition. So definitely get off of the practicalism. You have done enough with your journey of being practical, and this new cycle you need to be on your intuition. That is where survival is. And I believe you're already there. Like I said, if you go and you take a look into the collective reading, this is just kind of a extended version of that, where we're going into kind of whittling it down for each sign. But you go into the collective reading, and then you will see that actually this is talked about, where everybody's going into action now, but kind of hidden action. Okay? So You guys can log off. As far as earth signs go, I will tell you this. I will be doing earth sign sun readings on a weekly basis starting on the 21st. So like and subscribe. You will get another reading as far as earth signs energy for the next moon cycle, which is going to be next week, which is going to be the quarter moon. Um, Definitely subscribe so you can keep track of all of that. And then when your weekly reading starts popping up on the 21st on Mondays, then you'll see that, and then you'll be able to go ahead and watch those and make sure that you don't miss that. Okay, so now we're getting into Virgo. With the Moonology, you and your loved ones are safe. You and your loved ones are safe. And this is a new moon in Cancer. So new moon, so this is something that's inwardly happening. Okay, new moon in Cancer. You and your loved ones are safe. There's a new start coming in your private life. Something is rising up in connection with the people and places you hold dearest. This can be to do with a member of your family, a flatmate, or moving house. If you're hoping to move forwards with something special in your private life, this card comes to you as a message that you can do it. If you've been neglecting your family, it's time to reconnect with them. If you've been neglecting yourself, you need to take better care of yourself and nurture yourself more. If your insecurity is holding you back, that's something for you to work on now. Doing so could bring you your heart's desire. Attune to the moon. Make sure you put family first. Additional meanings for this card. Let someone get a bit closer to you. A new cycle is starting for your child or children. It's time to review your goals. Have they changed? Meditation will help you banish your insecurities. Spending time near water will bring you peace and answers. Beautiful. And then we're going to go ahead and look onto the animal spirit, and we have the elephant for the Virgo. We have the elephant. And the elephant comes to you in the energy of fire. Unstoppable, auspicious, and wise. The elephant is arguably the most auspicious figure in the deck. Like Ganesh, the elephant represents immense wisdom as well as good fortune. It is said that the great elephant is the destroyer of obstacles. So if this card appears when you feel stuck, rest assured the path will soon become clear. To add to the mystery, the elephant is also known to create obstacles in order to steer us in the right direction. Trust this gentle, noble creature. It illuminates the way with the light of self-knowledge. When in balance, one pointed focus, generous, loving. When out of balance, misunderstands fate. To bring into balance, trust. So Virgos, this is coming in really heavy for you. You are really carrying the brunt of the energy when it comes to accepting your imperfections. When it comes to Taurus, what the new moon is wanting to push for the Taurians is to let go of that pride, fall beneath that pride, and accept that you are different. With you, it is taking a little bit of time to yourself, but also balancing out other pieces in your life still. Either it's taking more time to yourself, or if you're taking too much time to yourself, spending more time with your family. But you need to fall on your intuition to figure out the answer for that, which one. And that's a challenge that the universe has for you. The universe wants you specifically to figure that out through your intuition. Meditate. You will find the answer. Meditate. Center yourself. You'll do good. And now what we have is we're working on Capricorn now. And so for Capricorn Moonology, we have full moon in Pisces. Balance spirituality and practicality. So this is definitely with that energy here of that intuition, which is balancing out your intuition and your drive in life. You need to balance those two things out, okay? Um, because you can't have a drive without intuition. Because if you have a drive, how do you know where you're getting? How do you know you're getting to the right spot if you're not using your intuition? Your intuition is messages from the universe. So if you have no messages from the universe, you're just kind of aimlessly going and you keep on going. It's like somebody being adamant about walking off of a cliff, and the universe is trying to say, you're walking off of a cliff, but you're completely disconnected from that. So you got to balance those two things out. But we're going to go ahead and take a look at this and read it from the book. Have you been so head in the clouds that you've lost touch with reality? If so, take this card as a sign that you need to pay attention and make a concerted effort to move towards your goals. The more practical steps you can take, the better. It's time to find an inner balance between your responsibilities and your dreams. Meditate on your question, and the solutions to your issues may now come through very clearly. If you're in a tricky situation because you've been acting the martyr, this card will be a message from the cosmos to drop the act for everyone's sake. Attune with the moon. Meditate every day and see what comes to you. Answers will come. Didn't I just say meditate? Meditate, yes, what you need to do. Additional meanings for this card. You're in a super romantic but not super realistic state. Follow your intuition. It won't let you down. At worst, this card can herald the end of a dream. The person you're inquiring about is a soulmate. Avoid substance abuse. Now, for the animal spirit, you have the spider. You have the spider. We're going to go ahead and take a look into the meaning of this right now. The spider comes to you in the earth element, which you are, earth sign, so. Spider. Creator of prosperity through life's work, Dharma. The spider is an indigenous creature. Its greatest gift is weaving the thread of Dharma into a vast, intricate web that supports the spider and those around it, both financially and spiritually. It is hard work, but the spider neither tires nor becomes impatient. This card reminds us creativity is everywhere. Be process-oriented rather than result-oriented, and soon your work becomes like the weaving of a magical, priceless tapestry. Abundance follows. When in balance, appreciative, enthusiastic, prosperous. When out of balance, discouraged, tired, forlorn. To bring into balance, playful, and creativity. All right. So Capricorn, you need to come into the piece where you're in the loving, you're in your emotions. You need to bring your emotions. You need to make it what you're achieving in your life is emotionally satisfying to you. This is very important. You have a tendency to go after things without considering your emotions, without considering your happiness fully. You're just considering achieving something and making a goal happen. When you act like that, and this is an imbalance, because now you are like a machine, and the machine just does. The machine doesn't ask questions, it just does. And then when you reach your goal, you look around and you're like, okay, where am I at? Do I even like being here? But you spend all that time weaving this web, and that web may not be something that you even want. So now is really the time to really fall on that intuition and let your intuition guide you, because you have a beautiful ability to achieve the goals that you set. Now what you need to work on is managing what those goals are. Being discerning on the goal. You don't need to do anything about achieving your goals. You know how to do that. You're a professional at doing that. What you need to do is you need to look into what goals that you want to achieve and how you are going to feel about it. You're going to have to put some thought into this, because this is also a manifesting card that I'm seeing right now. See that web? Everything's going in a circle, okay? And it's all in different colors. You have the ability to bring anything into fruition. Make it worth it, okay? And that's kind of what I'm feeling for the new moon in Gemini energy when it comes for the earth element. Again, this is for Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And for everybody there, I want you to like and subscribe. Liking the video makes my video more relevant, so it brings it to it makes it pop up in people's feeds more. And then also subscribing so that you know when my next videos are coming up. There is going to be another moon cycle reading for all elements, just like how we did here next week. And the other part is there's also going to be sun sign readings starting on June 21st for the earth signs. So for Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, I will be doing an individual reading every week for you guys, but that will start on the 21st. Alright? Thank you guys, and I hope to see you guys next week for that next moon sign reading. And then the week after that, for a moon sign, it'll be the full moon, also your sun sign reading. Okay? Thank you. Alright. Bye.